Hi folks, hope you're all well. Kylie reporting from Costa Rica at her Ayahuasca retreat. I didn't do a video yesterday. So the night before. So I've had two ceremonies. So I think the last time I spoke to you was after Monday night, which was a pretty intense night. And then the next day, I don't know, I'm pretty tired, to be honest. I will tell you, this is really hard. This is really hard work. I do feel it's going to be extremely beneficial, but it's really hard physically, emotionally, mentally. It's like a complete rewiring of patterns of behavior, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Tuesday night, come Monday night, I was really ill, or the Monday morning after the first ceremony, I was really, really fragile. And I was like that all day. I got a little bit better, but even when I went into Tuesday night ceremony, I was still very fragile. And as soon as I drank the first cup of medicine, I think within 10-15 minutes, I purged it back up. And then you have to wait. I think it's about an hour in between cups. And then I went up for another one, and I really didn't want to go. I went up as the last person because I just didn't want to purge again. So purging is an important aspect of ayahuasca, and you can purge in many ways. And I'm not quite sure if I mentioned this in the first video, but you can purge by being sick. You can purge by laughing fits, sneezing, yawning, crying, anything related to the physical body, and energy coming out of it that way is a purge. And it's purging out all the darkness, all of the negative thoughts that we believe about ourselves from over our lifetime. Most of these negative thoughts are actually all constructed in our childhood, and certain things happen to us in our childhood, and it could be something very simple or it can be something very serious. It makes no difference, but during our childhood, if we ever feel unsafe or unloved or something like that, then we split from our soul, our essence, and that's when the ego is created, and it builds these constructs around what you need to do in the next time that situation comes up to not feel that way. So essentially, this whole process is about breaking down all those layers that we've put on ourselves since childhood to get us back to merging with our soul. So Tuesday night, I forced myself to go up for the second cup, and I think 10-15 minutes later, it came back up again. And I was I was having stomach cramps again. And so I laid there and tossed and turned, and not much happened. I didn't get any visions or anything. Or if I did, I can't remember. I may have fallen asleep for a bit. They do say that if you fall asleep, it's a good thing. It just means Mother Ayahuasca is really delving deep into your past and past lives sometimes, and going all the way back to heal different elements in different lifetimes of that soul. And that sometimes that work's just too intense that she can't do it whilst you're conscious or awake. So yeah, that happened. So for me, Tuesday night was pretty uneventful. And then last night was feminine night. So each night they have a different theme. And last night was about the divine feminine. So I was really looking forward to that. And because I didn't go hard on Tuesday night, going into last night, I felt really good. Like I was back to being excited about going in and, you know, taking a dive into doing some work again. And it was lovely. I will say the energy of the divine feminine in that room was amazing. It was like, I don't know, it was like floating on a cloud. There were times where it felt like I was just, I had these like flowing, beautiful like chiffon material sheets sort of flowing all around me. Yeah, it was good. And I will say last night I only had 2 cups, but I did not purge it all. And I did a lot of yawning. I don't think I did any crying. I had tears coming down my face, but I wasn't crying. It wasn't an emotional cry. So I just believed that that was some kind of emotion coming out of my body, or repressed emotion coming out of my body. And then I fell asleep for a good couple of hours, I think. It was like a dead sleep. So yeah, so I don't know what they did to me while I was asleep, but I'm feeling a little bit dazed today. I don't know, like a lot went on, even though I can't remember it. Yeah, anyway, so that was day ceremony 2 and 3, and tonight is the I can never say that word, the crescent. No, I'm not even going to try. Tonight is like the final ceremony, and all other nights it goes from 5:30 till like we get there at 5:30 in the Maloka, and we get back to our room at 3 a.m. And tonight is a 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 in the morning. So tonight is a slightly different ceremony. And actually each night is slightly different. They use the same ayahuasca vine, but what I didn't realize is that there's different leaves there's multiple different leaves that have DMT in it, and each region of South America uses a different leaf for the way they do their practice. So each night we've had a different leaf combined with the ayahuasca, which is what gives you a slightly different experience each time. And so tonight is, they did say, I can't remember now. Tonight is, I think, for lack of a better word, like a slightly heavier mix. It's obviously, the tradition is in the mix that we're having tonight is that you have to go through the entire night and see the sunrise with it. So hence the reason it's 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 tomorrow morning. Yeah, sounds like a lot, but I'm hoping Mother Ayahuasca puts me to sleep at some point and just does the work while I'm unconscious. This afternoon I have another colonic at 12:30, which is soon, and then I don't think there's another class. Actually, there might be another class this afternoon, and then I'm probably going to go and do a cold plunge. Did a cold plunge the other day. It was amazing. I was in there for like 10 minutes or more. It was, after 2 minutes, I don't know what happened, but the water went warm. Like at the 2 minute mark, just before 2 minute mark, I was freaking out and almost gonna leap out. It felt like there were needles in my body, head to toe. And then someone said, just relax, or they just said breathe, like use our breathing techniques that they've been teaching us here, which I did, and stay still, like not move around. And after the 2 minute mark, it was like magic. The water just changed and it felt warm. And people were getting in, and I was just sitting in there relaxing, like I was relaxing in the sun. And people were getting in going, how are you doing this? They were getting in and freaking out and jumping out. And I said, I just don't know. I just don't feel the cold. And I'm not quite sure what it was, but I was assuming maybe my body just went completely numb and that I couldn't feel it anymore. I really don't know. But it was an awesome experience. I'm going to go and try and replicate that again this afternoon, I think. Oh, and they have mud, like you can put mud. They have this like big black, dark grayish type mud, and you just put it all over yourself and you go dry out in the sun and wash it off, and then you do the hot plunge and then the cold plunge. It's pretty cool. Oh, and I also had a massage yesterday. Oh my gosh, one of the best massages I've ever had. Not that I've had many. Okay, so that's it right now. I'll check in tomorrow if I'm awake. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to be tomorrow. It's going to be really interesting. You all probably think I'm crazy. I think I'm crazy sometimes. Anyway, I will catch you on the other side. All right, take care. Love you all. Bye for now.